So hello everyone. So in next 2 minutes, I'll tell you some quick differences between the mindsets of developing countries people and people of developed countries. And this will alone clear many confusions. See, first of all, let's talk about our source of knowledge and information. Mostly people living in developing countries rely on media houses, channels, news channels. Whatever they tell us, we perceive them as the real. And what is more interesting in this, that we never think of verifying all these things. So we just consider it the universal fact. And on this, we just compile our personal knowledge, personal understanding, and perceptions about the ongoing social conditions, right? Now, when it comes to the mindset of developed countries, people there are not just relied on media houses, but they are mostly bent more on reading books and the content of different books. They know exactly how the history works and the functions, and they also know that media channels and the houses are just mouthpieces of these political leaders, and therefore they only talk about the concerns of the leaders, and therefore to be blindly devoted towards these news channels and the contents they share with us, they impart, will be very risky for the society and to know the social conditions, right? And this makes it very clear that why these people are so developed, not just physically but mentally. Now, I also tell you one thing which is quite an example. Ever since this Epstein file came floating everywhere, our way of perception, I mean, I'm talking about developing countries, people's perceptions about this Epstein file is very limited. What we are talking is just that whether we should elect some other prime minister the next time or we should stick to the current option, because many people say that ever since our honorable prime minister name has been exposed in this Epstein file, I think it is quite an unethical for a prime minister to be so, and therefore he has lost the position to be known and recognized and revered as the prime minister of the country. We are not going beyond it, so our just perceptions limited to whether we continue with this prime minister or should elect him. Now, comparing with the other, especially developed countries mindset, people how they are perceiving this all entire episode is far beyond our even understanding. So how these people could understand these Epstein file is that many of the developed countries people have understood this Epstein file is not just related to one thing, but as a battle between the rich and the poor people. Why? Because they consider rich people can go to any extent and harm people just to comfort their life.